Hey guys, welcome back to GeoGuessr Play Along. Today we're going to be playing an improved world, no move, followed by a diverse AI world, NMPZ. So let's get started. 1 minute per round, and first round feels got a lot of palm oil plantations, so probably Indonesia or Malaysia. And we are driving on the left, so where could this be? The lines are a little bit faded, so maybe this could be Indonesia if the road is slightly less good quality. Do we have any stickers on the poles? I don't think so, so it can't be mainland Malaysia. It could be Borneo, but it could be either side of the border. I think I'm leaning towards Indonesian Borneo. Sarawak looks a little bit different, has a different vibe, I think, but I can't rule it out. And Borneo tends to have a lot of these palm oil plantations, so I'm going to go Borneo. Not sure where, it's a very straight road. Let's try, I don't know, somewhere down here, why not? Let's try that. It was mainland Malaysia, okay, near Kuala Lumpur. Let's have a look again. I didn't see any black stickers, so that's why I didn't go mainland Malaysia. Yeah, well, I guess not all of the polls have black stickers, so yeah, never mind. At least we got the right region anyway. I wonder if this pillar would have been a good clue. I have no idea. So yeah, 2.4k points, which is not terrible. So let's move on to the next round. Right, okay, so what do we have here? Let's look at the houses. Tragos, is this Spanish? I think this is Latin America. Right, what is this? I'm getting kind of Chilean vibes a little bit. Yeah, like this house looks like it could be Chilean. So we're by the sea. We have mountains, so I'm thinking Chile here. Could it be Argentina? I can't tell if the plate there has a black dot. I think it might have a black dot on it. So maybe I guess southern Argentina. Do I guess all the way down here? It could be. There's a chance that it could be Chile. I'm not quite sure about the plate, but yeah, let's go. Let's go around. It was a little bit further north. Okay, near Camerones. So I was right about the plate with the black dot. A little bit surprised. I didn't think this part of Argentina would have those kind of hills. Yeah, I suppose it's not like super high mountains, but that these hills did bait me a little bit. These houses look like typical southern, typical Patagonia, and also wide roads you see a lot more in Argentina. So yeah, Chilean tends to have more narrow roads than this. But yeah, this kind of little black dot on the pickup there is an Argentinian plate. You only see those plates in Argentina. Unless it's a travelling car, of course, but yeah, that is a very good clue. It's very hard to see, but yeah. Okay, on to the next round. Let's see. Round 3. Okay, this feels Balkan. We've got this kind of Balkan brick. Right, and this car looks very Balkan as well. We have a plate here. We have a blue strip. This could be a Serbian plate. I can't read the plate, so I'm not going to get a city code. I don't think I can read it. But I think it's Serbia here, with the blue strips, and the houses do look very Serbian. Where in Serbia? Not too sure. We have some kind of forested hills, so I think it's probably the southern half of Serbia. The north has a lot more like open farmland, so maybe I'll guess around one of these towns, like Chachak or something. Yeah, can I read anything? No, I can't read that. So, doesn't feel like Croatia. Yeah, I think it's going to be Serbia. That's definitely a South Slavic language, so yeah. Yep, it was Serbia. It was a little bit further north, near Belgrade. Still only 92 kilometers away. It's not too bad. So, next round, let's see. Round 4, okay. Right, we have white center lines. Okay, this looks like a Russian sign, this blue sign. So yeah, I think Russia. I suppose there's a slight chance it could be Ukraine, but I think it's probably Russia. Trees feel quite temperate. I don't think it's too far north. And a lot of farmland. It doesn't feel like Eastern Russia. It feels like almost typical European kind of fields. So I think I'm going to guess quite far west, and not too far north. So maybe around near Voronezh or something. This also hedges a bit for Ukraine. So yeah, yeah, somewhere around here. Let's try that. Okay, it was a lot further east than I expected, near Omsk. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't think that this area of Russia would look so European. Yeah, not too much we could have done about that. Maybe we should have just hedged a little bit more, but Russia is Russia, so what can you do? Anyway, on to the next round. Round 5, let's see. Okay, this is Southern Hemisphere now. Is this Australia or is this South Africa? These are very Southern Hemisphere trees. Right. Do we have any bollards or anything? Don't think we do. We have these hills. I think I'm leaning towards... Am I leaning towards South Africa? I'm actually not too sure here. We have some fences. I think I am leaning South Africa. I suppose it could be New Zealand as well. Not too sure on the poles. I have no idea about that. Yeah, this could easily be Tasmania or something, actually. You know what? I might go Tasmania here. I might go Tasmania. This feels a little bit... Or Southern Victoria. Not too sure. Yeah, I'm going to hedge kind of the far south of Victoria. Let's try that. This could be South Africa, so let's see. It was South Africa, yeah. I did have a slight feeling that it could be near Cape Town. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, I wasn't too sure with these eucalyptus trees, because you see them in both Australia and South Africa. White dashed lines can appear in both countries as well. I did think this kind of hill looked quite South African, but I just wasn't quite sure. No idea about the poles. I haven't learnt the poles in this part of the world. But yeah, there wasn't a huge amount to see. It was quite hard to see these houses, and it's quite hard to see this car. So yeah, that was a little bit of a 50-50. Didn't pay off. So yeah, 11,608. I don't think we did too great on the leaderboard, but let's have a look at the high scores. So 219 people played, and we came in 19th place, so not very good compared to our usual scores, but yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, no particularly great rounds. I mean, we got Serbia, but Serbia was a small country anyway. Okay, let's have a look at the top scores. So we had DXQIAO with 24.4, Archie Hall 02 with 23.7, Ethan Wickham with 23.4, Le Baguette with 23.0, Red Pork with 22.2, Hole in One with 22.1, DNNS84 with 20.2, Jay Bookie with 19.4, Callum Black with 19.0, and Hugo Enquete with 18.7. So let's have a look at the top 20. Most of us getting Serbia, but there were a few scattered around neighbouring countries like Romania, Croatia, and so on. So, yeah, what did we have? We had Russia, a lot of us, everybody in the top getting at least somewhat further west than the actual location. So, yeah, that was quite an unusual European-looking part of Russia. Because I find like the further into middle and further into the east, it gets a lot more kind of poorer looking and more kind of wild. But yeah, that was quite a unusual location for the middle of Russia. What did we have? We had Malaysia. It was mainland Malaysia. I did consider it, but the main reason I didn't go there was I didn't see any black stickers on the poles. But I guess the lesson for that is you don't always see the black stickers in mainland Malaysia. So what else did we have? We had South Africa. Yeah, I was in Australia and somebody else with me. Oh no, that was a different round. A couple of people in New Zealand, but surprisingly everybody else getting South Africa. So yeah, let me know if you know a good meta for this round for South Africa. Maybe the polls. I haven't learnt the polls yet, so could be a good clue there. And we had Argentina. A few people in Chile, but most people in southern parts of Argentina. I didn't kind of hedge in the middle because it didn't look flat enough, but Argentinian landscapes do vary, so that is something to consider. Yeah, I should have just hedged a little bit there. I wasn't at all like confident on this region. But yeah, GG's. Let's move on to the next round, which is a diverse AI world, NMPZ. We have 1 minute per round, no move, no pan, no zoom. Let's begin. Right, this feels Latin American. We've got minutos, which is probably Spanish. I think that's a yellow plate, so could we be in Colombia? Could we be in Colombia? I think we could be. It feels Colombian enough. What are the trees like? Not too sure. It's quite flat. I don't see any hills. So maybe, I mean, it could be in the north, but I want to hedge a little bit because I'm not too sure. It could be down here as well, somewhere. And it could just be in a flat, wide valley like this. So maybe I'm going to guess, maybe I'm going to hedge around here. Puerto Berrio seems like a good hedge for Colombia. Because I'm not sure on the region, so let's try that. I hope it is Colombia. Let's try. Good, good. It was Cucuta, near the Venezuelan border. So yeah, good stuff if you got close there. On to the next round. Right, round 2. Okay. Yeah, this map you're not always facing the road, so this could be interesting. Now we have fields and we have pylons in a distance. Could this be Europe? Probably. Probably. It doesn't feel like North America too much. But where could this be? France? Italy, maybe? The fields are quite wide, so it's probably not Poland. I think it's a Gen 3 camera. Yeah, I mean, this feels very generic. This could be so many countries, probably more Western European. Could be Belgium, could be Northern Italy. I think maybe I'll guess in the middle of France here. I can't really make out the houses, so that doesn't help too much, but these kind of slight hedgerows, not really hedgerows, but trees on the edge of the fields make me think it could be France. Or even UK, so yeah, probably up here somewhere. It was Czechia, actually, so near Hradec Králové. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, France and Czechia can look surprisingly similar, I find, on GeoGuessr, so yeah, very easy countries to confuse. On to the next round, let's see. Round 3. Now, let's see. We have this track here and some fences. Now, is this like Australia or something? Is this Australia? Are these eucalyptus trees? They could be. They could be. Could be New Zealand as well. Could easily be New Zealand. New Zealand. With a house here, I don't think that tells me too much. But very grassy, almost a little bit arid. Maybe a little bit too arid to be New Zealand. Not too sure. Still could be though. I think I'm going to try Australia here. So as it could be South Africa or Uruguay as well. Could it be Uruguay? Probably not, but it's possible. I'm going to try maybe around here, hedge between Victoria, South Australia, New South Wales a little bit. Doesn't feel too northern. And it was Victoria, so good. I'm glad it's Australian. I'm glad I got fairly close there. Nice. To the next round. Round 4, let's see. Okay, we've got a Gen 2 camera, but not much else to look at. Luckily, Gen 2 camera is only in a selection of countries. Far more countries have Gen 3 cameras. But yeah, where could this be? This could be so many places. It's quite hilly, and quite green. How tropical are the trees? Probably not massively tropical. So could this just be Europe somewhere? Italy? I don't know. It doesn't feel like Scandinavia, we can't see any kind of pine trees or kind of coniferous trees. So I'm thinking like hilly kind of hills. I mean, it could be Greece, could be Portugal, could be Italy, but I think Italy's a good hedge because there's really not much to see here. Maybe a little bit north. Let's try that. Okay, where was it? It was South Africa. Wow. Well, yeah, very difficult round to get there. South Africa is the only country with Gen 2 in Africa. But yeah, you have to be very good or very lucky this game to get that right, I think. I'm curious to see where the rest of you guessed for that round. Let's see. Round 5, okay. Driving on the left with these yellow lines, I think this is Thailand. Go into Thailand. Yeah, and the small plates as well is very Thai. Landscape feels Thai. You've got some hills. I don't see any palms. It doesn't feel massively tropical, so it's probably north of Bangkok. Apart from that, I don't know. It feels like I don't know. It feels quite developed with these fields, so maybe it's not too deep into Isan. Maybe it's a more developed part of Thailand, so maybe I'll guess closer to Bangkok. I don't know why the fields just feel a little bit organized and yeah, and this railing, I don't know, feels quite organized. So I think if I guess near the capital, that might be a good strategy, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, it was further north, in Uttaradit. So I got Thailand, which is good. Let's have a look at the summary. 14,591. At least we beat our previous school, NMPZ, so definitely was a better game. Colombia was good. Australia was fine. Thailand was fine. I'm missing South Africa, but that was a very tough round. Not too many things to see there. And also France and Czechia are very easily confused, so let's have a look at the high scores. Okay, we're in 20th place, so definitely better this time. And 195 people played, so GG's to everybody. Let's have a look at the top scores. Archie is in first with 24.8, Le Baguette with 22.2, DXQIAO with 21.4, Hole in One with 21.2, Ethan Wickham with 20.5, Geonique with 20.1, Tannen Safvanyan with 19.0, Jbuki with 17.9, Polly with 17.6, Major Micro with 17.5, so GG's to everybody. Let's have a look at the top 20. Now, let's have a look at that South Africa. Yeah, it looks like actually a lot of you guessing South Africa correctly, and a lot of you in the south, so yeah, well done if you got the country there, or even the continent, because that was definitely tough. So Eswatini doesn't have the Gen 2 camera, so it couldn't be there, but still, it paid off for you, so well done there. And yeah, a lot of us in Europe, a few of us in Italy, Albania, Greece, the Americas as well, and Asia, so really all over the place for that round. Thailand, we had plenty of clues, so everybody in the top 20 getting Thailand. Spread out kind of all over the country. Everyone getting Australia as well. Yeah, it didn't feel too tropical or anything, so it had to be kind of southern Australia somewhere. We had Colombia. We had the yellow plate, so that was good. So everybody here getting Colombia. What else did we have? And Czechia. A lot of you in Central Europe, actually. Just one person in Germany. I was surprised that there weren't many people in France, with me in France. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. Czechia does have this kind of winter coverage, but France does as well. Maybe these pylons look Czech. I don't know about the pylons. I did mention that it couldn't be Poland because of the fields. Poland has a very has a lot of very long and narrow fields, but Czechia does have very big and wide fields, so that is definitely a good clue for Czechia over Poland. Yeah, to pay attention to the fields. Have a look on Google satellite imagery and you'll see the long, narrow kind of Polish fields. But yeah, let me know if you knew a good clue for Czechia over France on that one. I'm very curious to know. So yeah, GG's everybody. Thank you everyone for playing along and watching. I'll be putting the links to the challenges for Thursday's video in the description. But yeah, have a good rest of the weekend and I will see you next time. Bye bye.